So Cory, when you guys came in here, talk to me. You know, if you build it, you will come. That's what Coach Myers said. But
yeah, so I think the vision was we had Old School in Pataskala, which is grimy, the Midwest Mecca, one of the most hardcore gyms out here. We had Max Effort Muscle, which is a supplement brand in Newark, and I live here. Dustin was moving here, and I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if we could have them all together? Not to mention the media, the podcast, all that stuff. So I really started to kind of go on pursuit to find a building that could actually like address that situation. We needed something old school, literally with the namesake.
Gritty.
You can't create the grit, it has to already be there. So I was a little nervous that wasn't gonna be available. But the first day I walked in this front room, I saw the iron. Not that iron, this iron.
Yeah.
I saw the iron, I saw the vibe, and I felt like, whoa. I felt like it definitely had the capabilities. Now, when I walked through this first door, I then ultimately thought the brands could be separate, but the same. So we didn't touch that out there. Also, by the way, that's coal mine conveyor belt on the floor.
I love it. And that's where you're from, Ohio River Valley.
Yeah, that's from the mine that I worked in down in Caddis. So those guys gave me the coal mine conveyor belt. And then, so we had that in the old gym and this gym. Then I walked in and I was like, then we could repaint, seal, clean up everything on these back 10,000 square feet, pack all the orders for Max Effort. Originally it was kind of a lounge area, but we're building a retail store right here.
So brick and mortar right here.
Yeah, so it'll be kind of selective hours, but I'm gonna do a glass wall here so you'll be able to see the packing floor. You'll be able to see the gym, but it's all obviously private in our workspace, but you'll be able to come and have a retail experience. So we're literally building the retail stuff right now for that. And then walking back through here, having 8,000 square feet to be able to grow the business and be able to, really be able to do what we need to do from a media standpoint, which was 2 spots away from the gym because of the sound. So what we did was we built this 1,100 square foot room here, and we have 4 different backdrops. We got the Cory G Fitness backdrop, which essentially is a lot of the stuff that has still like the Muscle Farm themed colors, right? We got the Max Effort backdrop, which has all the different stuff that Cole's done for us with all the hip hop stuff.
I like the Nipsey. Are you the Nipsey guy?
It.
We know you're Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
we know you're Wu-Tang, right?
Nipsey's my guy.
Okay.
So this is my workspace right here.
Okay.
And then we have the blue, like I said, the green, the yellow. So we have 4 different backdrops. So we got the media center here. We can point and shoot any direction to be able to use it for content. And then also, I kind of had a vision to make sure that as new gear was coming in, we'd have multiple backdrops on this back wall too. So we have 5 different colors here. We can light up and do pictures, and then we can use the white too. So, a new shirt comes in, we can just light it up, pow, 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 right to the, and so it makes it really good for content, for social media. So my thing was, I wanted to have the gym, which represents the reason why we're here in the first place, right? The griminess of it. The brand also, Max Effort, represents hard work, and then have the media capabilities, which are at the highest level now with OBS and multiple camera angles and all that, all in the same place. So then we can actually get the opportunity to allow it to grow what we think it really can head to. And now, we can execute here for a period of time. I think we'll see some craziness.
You're such a gritty dude. You worked in a coal mine for 6 months. Ohio River Valley guy, just gritty folks in general, right? You guys could have just kept grinding in obscurity. You could have just kept doing the 4 a.m.s. You could have just been a lifter. You could have done all the magazine covers, and then you could have just been like, hey, I had a good run. But you decided to keep the ball rolling. How important has social media been?
Well, I think social media is everything because of the impact that it creates. What I realized is that if you offer value and share your experiences with people over time, it's not just about a bicep curl or an ab. It's about the actual impact of the experiences that we both had. Being able to share. Once I started doing like more content based like this and started to share like, how did I get to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's business partner? How did I get out of the coal mine? How did I create these businesses? How did I get out of that trailer? And people start to match up. Like, it's all about building confidence. It's about reps. It's about consistency. It's about separation and doing things that other people aren't willing to do, but I'm willing to do them every day and consistently. And what my stepdad, who got me the job in the coal mine, told me, like, basically, if you mess with me, you better pack a lunch. And at the end of the day, that's the same mentality I've taken, that I'm just gonna keep coming back. I wasn't the most gifted. I didn't have any money, but I knew that I would keep showing up and getting better. And if people could understand that, I think they're pretty limitless. A lot of these things that happen to me, I didn't plan for them to happen, but I just kept showing up and trying to get better. And then the opportunities are there, and then I just seized them over time. But they weren't always rainbows and sunshines too, and that's part of it. So,
and you weren't dealing with injuries.
No.
Now you just come as a 42-year-old, 43-year-old guy. You
Yeah.
deal with your first injury.
First major injury, I had a torn labrum in my left hip, but I just kind of kept rolling with that in 2010. But I ruptured my supraspinatus, which is my rotator cuff, and when it's ruptured, that means it actually like tore off and rolled up. And so I'd never been that weak before. It was 2 years ago. Couldn't do a push-up on my knee. Couldn't do 15-pound dumbbells. Like, it was really bad. But when I decided not to get surgery and just rehab it myself, I signed up for a bodybuilding show and competed in it 4 months later, not being able to lift more than 20 pounds on presses. Got ready for a bodybuilding show, won my fucking division, and then since then I've been on a pursuit to get back to the powerlifting platform, which I was able to do last weekend. Part of that with the bench press, part of that with the low bar squat. Took me a little while, plus with COVID, stuff was kind of shut down. So it's like now I've been able to actually execute since that injury, one bodybuilding show, one powerlifting meet, and now it's like kind of sky's the limit back there again.
When you look at, bringing this and trying to duplicate what you had in the Quonset, right, and Pataskala, that's not easy.
No.
You did a pretty good job, though.
I know it's better, and I'll tell you why. The layout's better, the setup's better. I think the fact that it's more exclusive is better for the fact that people, when they walk in here, they're gonna put their best foot forward. I used to go to Westside Barbell from time to time, and the one thing I always knew is it didn't matter what day it was for lifting, I had to go there because I was gonna be tested each day as a lifter. And I want people, when they walk in this gym, whether it's a wrestler, whether it's a power lifter, whether it's a pro athlete, it doesn't matter, that they're gonna bring their best foot forward every time, because that's what this place demands. And when you have a standard like that, I think it changes everything.
I love it, man. I love the grind. I love the grind. Hey, 4 a.m. crew. Talk about 4 a.m. crew.
Yeah.
What you guys do?
So back in the day, I used to work out at 7 a.m. when I had clients, right? Muscle Farm started jumping off, and I got rid of my clients, and I still kind of worked out at 6 or 7 before I was running that business as we were growing it. Well, as I got busier, my phone started ringing earlier and earlier. Then it was at 5 a.m., and this is probably 10 years ago, roughly. Then one day, I had a buddy that was training with us at 5 that said, you know what, my work schedule changed, I gotta come at 4. I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna come at 4 because I'll have more time to get home, to get the kids to school, all that. And all of a sudden, it went from 5 people, and they've filtered over the years, but to 20 people. Now, every morning at 4 a.m. at an invite only for the powerlifting team, there's, between 10 to 20 guys that are training and competing from all different weight classes from 148 to 275. And it's like, the environment is a competitive weight room, whether it's college team, pro team, like that's the vibe of it. Same thing you just see here with the wrestlers. We got that version in the morning too, and it's been everything because it sets up the whole day for success.
Does this maniac come in at 4 a.m.?
No. He's got a hell of a crew that comes in right before he trains the guys.
I can see you doing it. I can see you doubling up, getting all crazy.
We might have to get shirts made saying 7:30 a.m. It doesn't sound as cool as 4 a.m., but my guys are consistent. We got a good group too.
Oh, I love it.
They ain't slacking. That's for fucking sure.
I love it. I love it.
I told Cory, that's kind of one of the big differences here. You come in, whether it's at 4 a.m., it's all these savages powerlifting. You come in at 8 a.m. with my guys. You got Beanie Wells, you got Colin Moore, you got all these guys. And then at noon, if you see someone random on the Stairmaster, it could be Braxton Miller stopped in for a workout or something. You're not gonna see this.
I love it.
And if you do see a random mom here, they're a savage. Right?
Is that true?
That's fact.
I love it. Are you finished now?
Yeah, they're basically done.
Okay. All right. Hey, you guys keep grinding, man. I love it. I freaking love it.